aware, rock, norm, core, look. Christy totally rocks the core look. Chic. And Stacy is so, Claudia is a style icon. And Stacy is so chic. She's practically French. Meanwhile, make it fashion. Toddler. Yep. Every day, I leave the house looking like either the world's oldest toddler. Majority, because other than the BSc, the majority of my social life involves majority, toddler, toddler,
Toddler.
toddler,
Toddler.
toddler,
Toddler.
toddler,
Toddler.
toddler,
Toddler.
toddler,
Toddler.
ma,
Toddler.
the,
Toddler. Toddler. Toddler.
majority,
Majority.
majority,
Majority.
majority,
Majority.
majority, majority.
Majority.
The majority of my social life
Majority.
involves
Majority.
majority,
Majority.
majority,
Majority.
majority,
Majority.
majority
Majority.
involves
Majority.
majority,
Majority.
majority, toddler, 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 majority, toddler, majority involves twisted, cable, twisted cable, rip, stitch, twisted cable, rip, stitch, twisted cable, rip, stitch. Because other than the BSc, the majority of my social life involves an 83-year-old woman who's been helping me master a twisted cable rib stitch. Because other than the BSc, the majority of my social life involves an 83-year-old woman who's been helping me master a twisted cable rib stitch. Majority. The majority of my social life involves an 83-year-old woman who's been helping me master a twisted cable rib stitch. Funky. Yarn. Funky. Yarn. Rage. Look what I got us. Funky yarn. Oh, how we rage. Chase. Wait, my mom. Chased an entire water polo team. water polo team,
Polo.
polo,
Polo.
polo,
Polo.
polo,
Polo. Polo.
chase, chase. Majority of my social life involve chase, chase, chase an entire water polo team. Behalf, especially on behalf, behalf, behalf,
Behalf.
behalf,
Behalf.
behalf, behalf,
Behalf.
behalf,
Behalf.
behalf,
Behalf.
behalf,
Behalf.
behalf,
Behalf.
behalf, behalf. Aware, aware, rock, aware, rock, aware, rock, norm, norm, core, chic, practically, practically. Meanwhile, toddler, 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 majority, toddler, majority, involve twisted cable, rib, stitch, funky yarn, rage, chase, chase, chase polo, behalf, 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 aware, aware, rock, norm, core, chic, practically, meanwhile, toddler, majority, involve, twisted, cable, rib, stitch, funky, yarn, rage, chase, polo, behalf, 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 overnight, recurring, recurring, fencing, Diopkill, fencing Diopkill, fencing Diopkill, Bailey, mission, Bailey, overnight, recurring, overnight. Your mother didn't become who she was overnight. I have a recurring bad dream. Recurring. I have a recurring bad dream. I have a recurring. I have a recurring. I have a recurring. I have a recurring bad dream. Fencing Diopkill. Bailey. Hello, Marian Spear. This is Fencing Diopkill. I work with your dad, and he says you are an excellent babysitter. Would you be free? Would you be free to watch my Bailey? To watch my Bailey for a couple of hours. Hello, Marian Spear. This is Fencing Diopkill. I work with your dad, and he says you are an excellent babysitter. Would you be free to watch my Bailey for a couple of hours? Overnight, recurring, fencing Diopkill, Bailey, mission, statement, mission, mission, statement, assertive, 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 mission, statement. I shouldn't have done that. Clients aren't supposed to pick their cigarettes, Marianne. That goes against the club's entire mission, statement, mission, statement. Just try to be more assertive. You don't have to apologize. 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 Just try to be more assertive, assertive, assertive. Assertive,
Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive.
assertive, mission,
Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive.
assertive, mission,
Assertive.
assertive, mission,
Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive.
statement, assertive,
Assertive.
assertive. Just try to be more assertive, assertive, assertive. Just try to be more assertive. Mission, statement, assertive. Overnight, recurring, fencing deal kill, Bailey, mission, statement, assertive, 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 advocate, advocate, pushover, advocate, 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 pushover, pushover, ignore, 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 leisure, leisure, ignore, leisure, leisure, Jerusalem, 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 leisure, 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 leisure,
Leisure.
leisure,
Leisure. Leisure.
leisure,
Leisure.
leisure,
Leisure. Leisure. Leisure.
leisure,
Leisure.
leisure,
Leisure.
leisure,
Leisure.
leisure,
Leisure.
Jerusalem, leisure,
Leisure.
leisure,
Leisure.
Jerusalem,
Leisure. Leisure.
Jerusalem,
Leisure. Leisure.
Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem,
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem,
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem,
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem,
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem,
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, mission, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, advocate, advocate. You have to learn how to advocate, advocate, advocate better yourself. You have to learn how to advocate better. Advocate better. You have to learn how to advocate. You have to learn how to advocate better. Don't be such a pushover. Don't be such a pushover. Ignore. To ignore. Leisure. Jerusalem. Leisure time at 4 p.m. Leisure time at 4 p.m. on the calendar. Leisure. Artichoke. Jerusalem. This is a Jerusalem. Artichoke. This is a Jerusalem artichoke. This is a Jerusalem artichoke. Jerusalem. This is a Jerusalem artichoke. Exotic. Now, it may seem like an exotic ingredient. Exotic. Puritan. But they were in fact named by the Puritan. Puritan. By the Puritan. Reference. In reference to the utopia. Utopia. Pathetic. Overall. My baby hair and my stupid baby overall. Overalls. Unprofessional. Express unprofessional. Women want to express emotions. Emotion. Express emotion. Express emotion. Aware. Rock. Norm. norm, 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 core, 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 chic, 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 practically, chic, 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 practically, practically, chic, chic, practically, 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 meanwhile, 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 toddler, 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 majority, 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 involve, involve, majority, 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 involve, twisted, 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 cable, cable, twisted, twisted, cable, rib, rib, stitch, 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 funky, funky, yarn, funky yarn, funky yarn, rage, rage, chase, 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 polo, polo, chase, chase, polo, polo, behalf, 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 polo, 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 behalf, behalf, polo, polo, behalf, behalf, chase, 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 rage, chase, polo, behalf, overnight, overnight, recurring, 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 overnight, 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 recurring, recurring, fencing back deal, fencing a back deal, fencing back, fencing, fencing dev kill, fencing dev kill, fencing dev kill, fencing dev kill, Bailey, fencing dev kill, fencing dev kill, fencing dev kill, belly, belly, mission, mission, statement, mission, 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 statement, statement, mission, mission, statement, statement, assertive, 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 advocate, 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 pushover, advocate, advocate, advocate,
Advocate.
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 advocate, 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 pushover, advocate, 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 pushover, pushover, ignore, 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 pushover, pushover, ignore, leisure, 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 Jerusalem, 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 artichoke, Jerusalem, artichoke, Jerusalem, 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 artichoke, Jerusalem, artichoke. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, artichoke, Jerusalem, artichoke, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, artichoke, artichoke, exotic, 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 exotic,
Exotic.
exotic,
Exotic.
exotic,
Exotic.
exotic,
Exotic.
exotic, 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 Puritan, 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 Puritan,
Puritan.
Puritan,
Puritan.
Puritan,
Puritan.
Puritan,
Puritan.
Puritan, 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 reference, reference, Puritan, Puritan, reference, 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 Puritan, 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 reference, reference, Puritan, Puritan, reference, Puritan, reference, Puritan, reference, utopia, 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 pathetic, pathetic, overall, 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 unprofessional, express, express, emotion, express, emotion, express, 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 emotion, express, emotion, express, emotion, express, emotion, express, emotion, emotion, express, emotion, pedal, 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 purpose, purpose, not on purpose, 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 syllable, 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 twins, syllable, twins. Stereotype, 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 shiver, 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 purpose, purpose, title, 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 purpose, purpose, silver, 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 stereotype, 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 title, titled, titled, purpose, purpose, shiver, 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 stereotype, stereotype, stereotype. I can't believe that you went home last night. I can't believe that. I can't believe that you went home last night and told to your dad that, and you told to your dad that we were being mean to you. We were being mean to you. We were being mean to you. I didn't. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. Purpose. Not on purpose. That is so funny. The Shiver, the Silver, the Shiver twins, the Shiver twins. If she's sitting with them, she must be really mad. She must be really mad. She must be really mad, really mad. She must be really mad. She must be really mad. Stereotype. I know. I wish the stereotypes weren't true. Stereotype. I know. I wish the stereotype. Stereotype. I wish the stereotype. I hope the stereotype weren't true. My dad is gay. My dad is gay. My dad is gay, which they both always know on some level. On some level, but were trapped. But were trapped in such a cycle. In such a cycle, codependency, 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 cycle, trap, cycle, codependency, cycle, codependency, cycle, codependency, cycle, codependency, spiritual, reconnect, to reconnect to her roots, to her roots, absent, 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 stereotype, 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 shiver, 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 purpose, 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 title, 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 purpose, title, title, purpose, purpose, shiver, 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 stereotype, 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 trap, 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 cycle, 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 codependency, 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 spiritual, 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 reconnected, reconnect, 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 root, reconnect, root, root, absent, root, root, absent, absent, absent,
Absent.
Absent.
absent,
Sent.
absent,
Absent.
absent,
Absent.
absent,
Ab-
absent, 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 Nick, absent, absent, unique, up on it, Nick, Nick, popsicle, 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 popsicle stick, popsicle, you nick up on it. I got it from a popsicle, popsicle stick, popsicle stick, popsicle, popsicle stick, vowed, 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 tragedy, 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 vowed, but I vowed not to let my personal tragedy, 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 tragedy,
Tragedy.
tragedy,
Tragedy.
tragedy, 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 vowed, wow, 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 wow,
Vow.
Vow.
wow, wow,
Vow.
wow,
Vow.
wow,
Vow.
wow,
Vow.
Nick, popsicle, pop, popsicle, 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 Nick, popsicle, Nick, popsicle, popsicle, wow, wow, tragedy, 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 interfere, tragedy, tragedy, interfere, interfere, ability, with my ability, 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 pinky, 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 comport, pinkies out, how to comport, 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 ship, ship, comport oneself, comport, pinky, ability, interfere, interfere, interfere. But first I had to babysit for Bailey Delvkill. But first I had to babysit for Bailey Delvkill. This was the job that destroyed all my friendships, but I vowed, but I vowed not to let my personal tragedy, not to let my personal tragedy interfere. But I vowed not to let my personal tragedy interfere with my ability to do good care, with my ability to do good care, pinkies out. We must show the new Royal Highness. We must show the new Royal Highness how to comport oneself, how to comport oneself. Pinkies out. We must show the new Royal Highness how to comport oneself. Shouldn't we, my queen? I'm the princess, not the queen. The queen wears dresses that look like boxes. The queen wears dresses. The queen wears dresses that look like boxes. Now, ship. Splendid. Oops. Splendid. Your Highness. Splendid. Your Highness. You've given us the perfect reason. You've given us the perfect reason to pick out a new dress. You've given us the perfect reason to go pick out a new dress. Splendid. Nick. Popsicle. Nick. Popsicle. Wow. Tragedy. Wow. Tragedy. Tragedy. Wow. Tragedy. Interfere. Ability. Pinky. Comport. Ship. Splendid. Ship. Splendid. Ship. Splendid. Tattle. Title: Splendid, splendid. Step, 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 step. Red, red. Step. I'd definitely step myself. And it's red. To have parents. And it's red. And it's red. Red. Nick. And right in the nick of time. Right in the nick of time. I realized in that moment that I never made a new friend without Christy before, and right in the nick of time. 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 That I never made a new friend without Christy before, and right in the nick of time. Because if the club meeting the next day was any sign, I may have lost all of my friends for good. For good. Nick. Matinee. Nice. Matinee. Nice. Matinee in the city. Obsessed. Cookout. Obsessed. Cookout. Hosting. Obsessed. Sorry, I have to work on sounding less obsessed. I have to work on sounding less obsessed. I have to work on sounding less obsessed. To some kind of all-female cookout. Her Aunt Esme was hosting. Matinee. Sorry, I have to work on sounding less obsessed. I have to work on sounding less obsessed. She invited me to come with her and her mom to some kind of all-female cookout. Her Aunt Esme was hosting. Some kind of all-female cookout. Her Aunt Esme was hosting. Cookout. Some kind of all-female cookout her Aunt Esme was hosting. Matinee. matinee, matinee,
Matinee.
matinee,
Matinee.
matinee, matinee,
Matinee.
matinee,
Matinee.
matinee,
Matinee.
matinee,
Matinee.
matinee,
Matinee.
Matinee.
matinee, 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 tattle, 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 purpose, 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 syllable, 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 stereotype, 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 trap, 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 cycle, trap, trap, cycle, 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 codependency, 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 spiritual, 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 reconnect, reconnect, spiritual, 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 reconnect, reconnect, root, 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 absent, 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 nick, 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 popsicle, 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 wow, popsicle, popsicle, wow, popsicle, 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 wow, wow, tragedy, 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 wow, wow, tragedy, tragedy, interfere, 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 ability, interfere, 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 ability, ability, interfere, interfere, ability, ability, pinky, ability, ability, pinky, pinky, comport, 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 sip, 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 splendid, 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 stab, 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 red, 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 nick, 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 matinee, 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 obsessed, obsessed, matinee, 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 obsessed, matinee, 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 obsessed, matinee, obsessed, obsessed, matinee, obsessed, matinee, obsessed, 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 cookout, 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 hosting, 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 Janie, 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 gathering, gathering, Janie, Janie, Janie. She is a little on the Janie side. Janie, 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 gathering, gathering. Neo, Neo, shamanism, shamanism. Neo, 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 shamanism. Neo, shamanism. Neo, shamanism. Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism. Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Shamanism. Neo.
Shamanism.
Neo shamanism.
Shamanism.
Neo shamanism.
Shamanism. Shamanism.
Neo shamanism. Gathering. Neo shamanism. She is a little on the zany side. She is a little on the zany side, but she throws a great gathering. But she throw. But she throws. But she throws a great gathering. As long as you are not bothered. As long as you are not bothered by a little light. Neo shamanism. Neo shamanism. By a little light shamanism. As long as you are not bothered. As long as you are not bothered. As long as you are not bothered. As long as you are not bothered by a little light. Neo shamanism. Neo shamanism. Neo shamanism. Sage. Sage. The sage. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Now, did we remember? Did we remember? Sage. Did we remember? Sage. You are perfect. Therapist. 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 I'm sure that's exactly what you call it when you talk to your therapist. 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 Therapist too. Therapist. Goddess. Goddess. Our goddesses. Goddesses. Goddess. Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess.
Our goddess. Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess. Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess.
Goddess. Goddess. Goddess. Sage. 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 Therapist. Goddess. 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 Ritual. 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 Witch. Witch. Healer. Healer. Ritual. 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 Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual. Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual.
Ritual.
Garden.
Ritual.
Goddess.
Ritual. Ritual.
Ritual.
Goddess.
Ritual.
Goddess. Ritual.
Ritual.
Healer.
Ritual.
And
Ritual.
Ritual.
healer. Healer.
Healer.
Healer.
Healer.
Ritual.
Healer.
Ritual. Ritual.
Healer.
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 Healer. Ritual.
Healer.
Healer. Ritual. Healer. Ritual. Healer. Ritual. Healer. Ritual. Healer. Zany. Zany. She is a little on the zany side. Zany. Zany. Gathering. Gathering. Neo-shamanism. 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 Sage. 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 Therapist. 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 Goddess. 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 Ritual. 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 Witch. 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 Healer. 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 Tarot. Healer. Tarot. Tarot. What is our tarot? Our tarot card reader has a heart out in. Ladies, our tarot card reader has a heart out in 45 minutes. Come on, let's do this thing. Come on, let's do this thing. Tarot tarot, 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 decorative, decorative, join hands, moon sisters, gather around the decorative, decorative, stump, decorative, stump, gather around the decorative, decorative, stump. Decorative, decorative, stump, decorative, stump, stump. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. There's a new moon in Scorpio this month, so many of us may be feeling a great deal of up, up, upheaval, 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 upheaval this week. Upheaval, upheaval, upheaval this week. Forward. So come forward. Upheaval, upheaval, upheaval. Forward. Transition, transition, transition. Share in this time of great transition. Share in this time of great transition. Transition, transition. Recurring, recurring, recurring. Another recurring, recurring. Bear, 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 bear. Tarot, 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 tarot. Decorative, 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 decorative. Stump, stump. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Upheaval, 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 upheaval. Forward. Transition, transition, transition. Bear, 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 bear. Tarot, tarot, tarot. Decorative, decorative, decorative. Tarot, tarot. Decorative, decorative. Stump, Scorpio, Scorpio. Upheaval, upheaval. Forward, forward. Transition, transition, transition. Bear, bear, bear. Ceremony, ceremony. Ceremony, 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 embarrass, ceremony. I mean a new moon ceremony, 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 embarrass. Didn't I embarrass you? Embarrass you? Embarrass, embarrass, cons, 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 constantly, 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 constantly. Who's constantly making a total fool of herself? Don't you think I'm a pathetic crybaby who's constantly making a total fool of herself? Constantly, 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 understandable, understandable. No, I think you were understandable, freaked out. I think you were understandable, freaked out. Otherwise, otherwise. Well, who am I to tell you otherwise? Otherwise. Fearless, fearless. Sometimes I felt strong and fearless, fearless. Uno, fearless. Uno. Fearless. Uno. Uno. Ceremony. 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 Share. Ceremony. Ceremony. Embarrass. Constantly. Embarrass. Embarrass. Constantly. Understandable. Understandable. Otherwise. 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 Fearless. 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 Uno. 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 Burn up. Burn up. Belly was burning up. Burn up. Burn up. Fever. Fever. Degree. Fever. 104 degrees. Degree. Degree. Terrified. 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 Burn hill. Burn hill. Burn hill. Burn hill. Current. Burn hill. Current. 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 Still the current address. Still the current address. Address. Fluid. Fluid. Have you been giving him fluids, fluid, fluids, fluids, fluid, fluid, dehydrated, dehydrated. If he's dehydrated, we'll need to place an IV. Dehydrated, 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 dehydrated. If he's dehydrated, we'll need to place an IV. Dehydrated. Burn up, burn up. Fever, fever. Burn up, burn up. Fever. Degree, degree. Terrified, terrified. I was terrified, terrified, terrified. Burn bill, burn bill. Burn heel, burn heel, burn heel. Current, 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 current. Fluid, fluid. Current, fluid, fluid. Dehydrated, 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 dehydrated. Dehydrated, dehydrated, dehydrated. Dehydrated, 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 dehydrated. Zany, zany, zany. Gathering, zany, zany. Gathering, zany, zany. Gathering, zany, gathering, zany. Gathering. Neo-shamanism, 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 neo-shamanism. Sage, sage, sage. Therapist, therapist, therapist. Goddess, 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 goddess. Ritual, ritual. Witch, healer, healer. Witch, witch. Healer, healer. Witch. Witch, witch. Healer, healer, healer. Cheryl, tarot, 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 tarot. Decorative, 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 decorative. Stump, stump. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Upheaval, 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 forward, upheaval, upheaval, forward, forward, transition, 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 bear, 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 ceremony, ceremony, embarrass, embarrass, constantly, 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 understandable, 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 otherwise, 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 fearless, 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 uno, fearless, uno, uno, burn up, burn up, burn up, fever, fever, burn up, burn up, fever, fever, degree, 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 terrified, 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 Burnhill, Burnhill, current, Burnhill, current, current, fluid, 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 dehydrated, 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 insignificant, 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 insignificant. You are making her feel sick, in insignificant, 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 and by treating her like one, and by treating her like one, you are completely ignoring who she is. You are making her feel insignificant. You are making her feel insignificant. You are making her feel insignificant and humiliated. And that's not gonna help her feel good or safe or calm. Insignificant, 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 overwhelmed, 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 Whelmed by you. Over. Insignificant. 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 Overwhelmed. Insignificant. Insignificant. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. Screw up. Screw up. Screw up. Really. 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 Us. Orthopedic. Orthopedically. 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 Orthopedical. Condemn. Condemn. Chronic. 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 Race. Race. Conflict. Conflict. Race. Race. Conflict. 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 Ungrounded. Ungrounded. Influence. Influence. Ambulance. Ambulance. Literal. Literal. Warm. Warm. Gelatin. Gelatin. Jerk. Jerk. Cafeteria. 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 Playlist. 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 Fantastic. Fantastic. Swagger. Swagger. Sparkly. 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 Stalking. 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 Giant. 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 Leap. 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 Stuffing. 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 Insignificant. 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 Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. Screw up. Screw up. Really. Really. Orthopedically. 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 Condemn. Orthopedically. 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 Condemn. Chronic. Condemn. Condemn. Chronic. Chronic. Race. Race. Conflict. 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 Ungrounded. Fluence. Fluence. Ambulance. Literal. Warm. Gelatin. Gelatin. Jerk. Cafeteria. Playlist. Fantastic. Swagger. Sparkly. Sparkly. Stocking. Giant. Leap. Stuffing. 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 Aware. 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 Lock. Rock. Known. Norm. Core. Core. Chic. 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 Particular. Practically. Practically. Prac. Prac. Practically. 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 Known. Oh. Thick. Practically. Meanwhile. Mean. While. Meanwhile. Meanwhile. Toddler. 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 Majority. Ma. Ma. Draw. Majority. Ma. Majority. Practically. 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 Mm, Practically. practical,
Practical.
practical. 실제의.
Practical.
실행하는 것은 실제의.
Practical.
실제의.
practical, 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 majority, practical,
Majority.
majority.
majority,
Majority.
major,
로 대명수.
Majority.
majority, 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 involve, involve, majority, involve,
Involve.
involve, involve,
Involve.
안에
involve,
넣고 같이 돌린다는 의미에서
involve,
포함하다.
involve, 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 reach, funky, yeah, reach, chase, behalf, behalf, behalf,
Behalf.
behalf,
Behalf.
be,
한쪽 편이 되다는 의미로
Behalf.
behalf, behalf, behalf overnight, recurring, 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 recur, recur,
Recur.
recur,
사람 이야기 되돌아가다.
recur,
시 발생하다. 재발하다. 되풀이되다. 되돌아가다.
recur,
사람
recur,
이야기 돌아가다.
recur, 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 mission, statement, recur, recur, statement, state, state, state,
Statement.
statement,
진술.
statement, state,
말하는 것이라는 뜻에서 진술 성명서.
state,
Statement.
statement, 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 assertive, assertive, advocate, advocate,
Advocate.
advocate,
Advocate.
편들어서
advocate.
목소리를 낸다는 의미로 옹호하다.
advocate, 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 ignore, leisure, artichoke, 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 eager,
Exotic.
exotic, exotic,
Exotic.
다른 나라에서나 볼 수 있는 것이라는 뜻에서 기묘한.
Exotic.
exotic, 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 Puritan, 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 reference, Puritan, reference, Puritan, reference,
Reference.
reference,
참조.
reference,
무엇에 대해서
Reference.
첨가해서 말하다는 뜻으로 참조.
reference,
reference,
참조.
reference, reference. Utopia, reference, reference, reference. Utopia,
utopia,
유토피아.
Utopia.
유토피아. 어디에도
utopia,
없는 곳 유토피아.
utopia,
유토피아.
utopia, utopia. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic,
애처로움.
path, at, ick,
괴로워하는 사람은 애처로움.
pathetic,
애처로움.
pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. Overall,
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 위로
overall,
모든 뜻에서 전부의.
overall,
정.
overall, overall. Unprofessional, unprofessional. Express,
express,
express. 표현하다.
express,
밖으로 보이도록 발표하다는 의미로
express,
표현하다.
express, 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 express. Emotion,
emotion,
express, emotion,
감정.
emotion,
emotion,
사람을 외적으로 움직이게 하는 것은 감정.
emotion,
감정.
emotion, emotion, emotion. Aware, aware, rock, rock, norm, norm, core, core, chic, chic, aware, rock, norm, core, chic, aware, rock, norm, core, sick, aware, aware, rock, norm, 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 core, core, chic, chic, chic. Practically, 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 practically. Meanwhile, meanwhile, toddler, 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 toddler. Majority, majority, majority. Involve, involve. Twisted, cable, rib, stitch, funky, yarn, rage, chase, chase, polo, behalf, 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 overnight, overnight, recurring, 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 fencing, dev, kill, fencing, dev, kill, Bailey, Bailey, fencing, 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 dev, kill, fencing, dev, kill, Bailey, mission, statement, assertive, 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 advocate, 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 advocate,
advocate,
advocate. 옹호하다.
advocate,
advocate,
편들어서 목소리를 낸다는 의미로
Advocate.
옹호하다.
advocate,
advocate, advocate, advocate, advocate, pushover, advocate, pushover, ignore, leisure, leisure, ignore, ignore, leisure, leisure, Jerusalem, 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 artichoke, 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 exotic, 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 Puritan, 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 reference, 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 Puritan, 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 reference, reference, utopia, reference, 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 utopia, reference, utopia, reference, utopia, reference, utopia, advocate, advocate, utopia, overall, pathetic, overall, unprofessional, express, express, emotion, express, emotion, emotion, tattle, tattle, purpose, tattle, tattle, purpose, purpose, silver, 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 stereo, stereo, stereotype, 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 zero clap, 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 cycle, cycle, codependency, 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 spiritual, spiritual, reconnected, root, absent, 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 nick, nick, popsicle, 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 bow, bow, popsicle, popsicle, bow, bow, tragedy, 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 interfere, 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 ability, interfere, interfere, ability, ability, pinky, pinky, comport, 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 ship, ship, splendid, splendid, stab, 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 red, red, nick, 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 matinee, 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 obsessed, 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 cookout, cookout, hosting, hosting, hosting,
Wow. That's pretty good.
So,
Yes, sir. What? You like people? That's good. You know what I think, James? I think a lot of people like you too. How do you get to be late?
somebody should have this bucket or a hat. Then
Well, oh, Ramsey. You're the mayor? 2 years old? What are your duties as the mayor? Man, I'm black. I am not being racist, but whenever I go back to the UK, I will always ask an Asian person to help me take the photo. And that is because they are better picture takers than us Brits. And they put in much more effort. This is what will happen if I ask a British person to help me take a picture.
See, already you can tell he doesn't give a shit. No effort whatsoever. He takes one photo and he's on. Doesn't even let me check. Unbelievable. As predicted, a crap photo.
But if I ask an Asian person, this is what happens.
Oh my, look at that enthusiasm. She's even directing me and suggesting angles. I'm done, but she's not. Wow, she's on the floor getting the money shot. That is what you call commitment.
I am not being racist.
What's in it wrong?
What?
No.
Your present. Fucking present.
What's up, darling? Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh. It's early morning at 11 o'clock. What's up here? Dropping baby boy off at the door.
Pregunta quién es.
Our first word is steelbone,
SPEALBONE.
phreatophyte,
THREATOPHYT.
Gaidiang,
GAYDIANG.
parison,
PARISON.
eczemer,
EXCIMER.
tokia,
TOQUYLOA.
blocus,
GLOCHIS.
apoma,
EPAULEMENT.
para,
Yeah. Man, do you have lots of clothes?
Yes.
Outfit today. Practice being a woman now. You can say that you have a quality. you have lots of clothes?
Yes.
Let's go fit today.
Okay.
Not practice being a woman now. You just say that you have a quality. Just say stuff.
Wow, how long have you been doing this? Like, been a hairstylist? 2 minutes. That's not that long. How much longer is my haircut gonna be for? You said that last time. I don't want the knots out anymore. No, no. I don't. So good. I owe you. How long have you been doing this? Like, been a hairstylist? 2 minutes. That's not that long. How much longer is my haircut gonna be for? You said that last time. I don't want the knots out anymore. No, no. I don't. I don't. So good. How much do I owe you?
Yes.
Excuse me? Do you speak? Very cute.
I am from
What's the best thing that's happened to you since you've been mayor?
twice.
How old is your brother? 26.
Speaker was times of sorrow and times
You're that type of person. That's it. What type of music do you typically like to see?
of old school music. Love and gospel and more. Artists like Tina Marie, Anita Baker,
Yeah,
and especially
yeah, especially. What do you want to be?
what I want to be. And I want to be things, dances, and more. I make music and publish it. I want it to last for generations, generations, and generations. These are 20
I work in a bakery.
What do you do in the bakery?
I like to serve the cakes and like shop.
Okay, and what's popular at the moment?
Sorry?
What's popular?
In the shop?
Yeah.
The Viennese fancy is always a favourite.
I like that. What else?
step, 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 red, red, nick, nick, matinee, 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 obsessed, obsessed, matinee, matinee, obsessed, obsessed, cookout, hosting, dining, dining, gathering, neo-shamanism, 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 gathering, zany, zany, carol, 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 decorative, decorative, carol, decorative, stump, stump, Scorpio, Scorpio, upheaval, 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 forward, transition, forward, forward, transition, transition, embarrass, embarrass, constantly, 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 understandable, understandably, 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 otherwise, otherwise, fearless, 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 uno, burn up, fever, degree, terrified, terrified, burn heel, current, current, fluid, 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 dehydrated, 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 insignificant, 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 insignificant. I am very aware that I am the least cool member of the Babysitters Club. Claudia is a style icon. Christy totally rocks the normcore look. And Stacy is so chic. She's practically French. Meanwhile, make it fashion, make it fashion, make it fashion. I am very aware that I'm the least cool member of the Babysitters Club. I'm very aware that. I'm very aware that. I'm very aware that. I'm very aware that I'm the least cool member of the Babysitters Club. Claudia is a style icon. Chrissy totally rocks the non-core look. Christy totally rocks the non-core look. And Stacy is so chic. And Stacy is so chic. She's practically French. Meanwhile, make the fashion, yeah. Every day, I leave the house looking like either the world's oldest toddler, or maybe its youngest senior citizen. I guess I act like one too. I guess I act like one too. Yeah, every day I leave the house looking like entire. Yeah, every day I leave the house looking like either the world's oldest toddler, either the world's oldest toddler, or maybe its youngest senior citizen. I guess I act like one too. Because other than BSC, because other than BST, because other than BSC, the majority of my social life involves an 83-year-old woman who's been helping me master a twisted cable rib stitch. Because other than the BSC, the majority of my social life involves an 83-year-old woman who's been helping me master a twisted cable rib stitch. Look what I got us. Look what I got us. Funky yarn. Oh how we rage. Wait, my mom chased an entire water polo team out of a public pool. Wait, my mom chased an entire water polo team. Wait, my mom chased an entire water polo team out of a public pool. Never again will a bunch of high school boys be so afraid of a pregnant woman and an old lady. Wait, my mom chased an entire water polo team out of a public pool. Never again will a bunch of high school boys so be afraid of a pregnant woman and an old lady. She wasn't afraid. Your mother always spoke her mind. She wasn't afraid. Your mother always spoke her mind, especially on behalf of those who can't stand up for themselves. It's what made her such a brilliant lawyer. She wasn't afraid. Your mother always spoke her mind, especially on behalf of those who can't stand up for themselves. It's what made her such a brilliant lawyer. She wasn't afraid. Your mother always spoke her mind, especially on behalf of those who can't stand up for themselves. It's what made her such a brilliant lawyer. It doesn't sound like I'm anything like her. Now, why would you say that? Talking to people I don't know makes my stomach go out of my nose. So does talking to people I do know sometimes. I think so does talking to people I do know sometimes. I think I'm just bad at talking. I think I'm just bad at talking. Your mother didn't become who she was overnight. Everyone's waiting for you upstairs. Marianne, everyone's waiting for you upstairs. Oh, sorry. Bye, Mimi. Bye. It doesn't sound like I'm anything like her. It doesn't sound like I'm anything like her. It doesn't sound like I'm anything like her. Why would you say that? Talking to people I don't know makes my stomach fall out of my nose. So does talking to people I don't know sometimes. I think I'm just bad at talking. I'm just bad at talking. Your mother didn't become who she was overnight. Your mother didn't become who she was overnight. Marianne, everyone's waiting for you upstairs. Oh, sorry. Bye, Mimi. Bye. Hello, Babysitters Club. I have a recurring bad dream. I have a recurring bad dream. I'm in Claudia's room, and there's a ringing phone, with no call ID, and there's a ringing phone, with no caller ID, and she wants to talk to you, Marianne. Marianne. This is not a dream. This is really happening. This is not a dream. This is really happening. Hello, Babysitters Club. I have a I have a recurring bad dream. I have a recurring bad dream. I have a recurring bad dream. I'm in Claudia's room and there's a ringing phone with no caller ID and she wants to talk to you, Marianne. This is not a dream. This is really happening. Hello, Marianne Spear. This is Francine Delvecchio. Marianne Spear. This is a Francine Delvecchio. Marianne Spear. This is a Francine Delvecchio. I work with your dad. I work with your dad, and he says you are an excellent babysitter. And he says you are an excellent babysitter. Would you be free to watch my Bailey? Would you be free to watch my Bailey for a couple of hours? Would you be free to watch my Bailey for a couple of hours? Would you be free to watch my Bailey for a couple of hours? Hello, Marianne Spear. This is Francine Delvecchio. I work with your dad, and he says you are an excellent babysitter. Would you be free to watch my Bailey for a couple of hours? I don't. This isn't Marianne Spear. I don't. This isn't Marianne Spear. No, I mean yes, I'm free. Oh, that's great. Thanks for helping. I think. What are you doing? But the thing is, I belong to a club of babysitters. So I'd have to check if any of them. No, I'm really only interested in you at the moment, since I know your dad. No, I'm really only interested in you at the moment, since I know your dad. The other thing I'm afraid of saying no. What's your address? Wow. Thank you. I don't. This isn't Marianne Spear. I don't. This isn't Marianne Spear. I mean, no. I mean, yes, I'm free. Oh, that's great. Thanks for helping. I think. What are you doing? But the thing is, I belong to a club of babysitters. So I'd have to check if any of them. No, I'm really only interested in you at the moment, since I know your dad. The other thing I'm afraid of saying no. What's your address? Wow, thank you. I shouldn't have done that. Clients aren't supposed to pick their sitters, Marianne. That goes against the club's entire mission statement. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. Just try to be more assertive. Just try to be more assertive. Stand up for yourself. Sorry. You don't have to keep saying you are sorry. You don't have to keep saying you are sorry. Sorry, Marianne. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Clients aren't supposed to pick their sitters, Marianne. That goes against the club's entire mission statement. That goes against the club's entire mission statement. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. Just to try to be more assertive. Just to try to be more assertive. Just try to be more assertive. Stand up for yourself. Sorry, you didn't have to keep saying you are sorry. You don't have to keep saying you are sorry. You don't have to keep saying you are sorry. Sorry, Marianne. You have to learn how to advocate better. You have to learn how to advocate better for yourself. Don't be such a pushover. Don't be such a pushover. Do you just want people to ignore you your whole life? Here it comes. Here it comes. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. You have to learn how to advocate. You have to learn how to advocate better for yourself. You have to learn how to advocate better for yourself. Don't be such a pushover. Don't be such a pushover. Do you just want people to ignore you your whole life? Do you just want people to ignore you your whole life? Here it comes. Just leave me alone. I wish my dad was the kind of dad that I could talk to when I'm upset. But he's more of the kind of dad. Who has to write things. Who has to write things like leisure time at 4 p.m. on the calendar. I wish my dad was kind of dad. I wish my dad was the kind of dad that I could talk to. When I'm upset. I wish my dad was the kind of dad that I could talk to when I'm upset. But he's more of the kind of dad. Who has no right. Who has to write things like leisure time at 4 p.m. on the calendar. This is Jerusalem. This is a Jerusalem artichoke. This is a Jerusalem. This is a Jerusalem artichoke. Now it may seem like an exotic ingredient. Now it may seem like an exotic ingredient, like an exotic ingredient for a Thanksgiving side dish. But they were in fact named by the Puritans. But they were in fact named by the Puritans. In reference to the utopia. But they were in fact named by the Puritans. But they were in fact named by the Puritans in reference by the Puritans in reference to the utopia. In reference to the utopia, they hoped to create in the new world. They hoped to create in the new world. Sorry, I just wanted to do a test run. I just wanted to do a test run before the big night. Sorry, I just wanted to do a test run before the big night. Oh well, is there something you'd like to discuss with me? Well, is there something you'd like to discuss with me? I was playing a dangerous game, but I couldn't help myself. The whole club thinks I'm a pathetic crybaby, and I'm really starting to think they are right, because just look at me. Of course they think I'm a baby. I am a baby. My stupid baby hair and my stupid baby overalls, not to mention my room. And Christy called me unprofessional. Claudia said I was a pushover. Claudia said I was a pushover, and Stacy, she treats me like the kid that her parents told her to hang out with. They think I'm pathetic, which I am, because I can't say anything without starting to cry. I was playing a dangerous game. Hmm. I was playing a dangerous game. I was playing a dangerous game, but I couldn't help myself. The whole club thinks I'm a pathetic crybaby, and I'm really starting, I'm really starting to think they're right because just look at me. Of course, they think I'm a baby. I am a baby. My stupid baby hair and my stupid baby overalls. Not to mention my room. And Christy called me unprofessional. Claudia said I was a pushover. And Stacy, she treats me like the kid that her parents told her to hang out with. They think I'm pathetic, which I am because I can't say anything without starting to cry. Because I can't say anything without starting to cry. So other girls have been calling you names. So other girls have been calling you names, bullying bullying you. Know that I've told Liz Thomas once. I've told I've told Liz Thomas once, and I'll tell her again, and I'll tell her again. Stop, pretend I never said anything. Pretend I never said anything. I read some, I read some, I read somewhere, I read somewhere that a woman want to express emotions. Women want to express emotions. Women want to express emotions, and men want to find men want to find solutions for them. As I found out the next day, that solution made everything worse. That solution made everything worse. So the other girls have been calling you names. Bullying you, bullying, bullying you. No, Dad, I've told Liz Thomas once, and I'll tell her again. Stop, pretend I never said anything. I read somewhere that women want to express emotions. Women want to express emotions, and men want to find solutions, and men want to find solutions for them. As I found out the next day, as I found out the next day, that solution made everything worse. That solution made everything worse. That solution made everything worse. Made everything worse. Hey guys, sorry, did you want to sit with bullies like us? Oh, Dad, what have you done? Oh, Dad, what have you done? I can't believe that you went home last night and tattled to your dad that we were being mean to you. No, I don't. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. Tell that our parents. Tell that to our parents. Tell that to our parents. Your dad called them. And now thanks to you. Your dad called them, and now thanks to you, we are all grounded. I'm so sorry. We need some space. That is so funny. The Silver twins. If she's sitting with them, she must be really mad. Hey guys, sorry. Did you want to sit with bullies like us? Hey guys, sorry. Did you want to sit with bullies like us? Did you want to sit? Sorry. Did you want to sit? Sorry. Did you want to sit with bullies like us? Oh, Dad. What have you done? Oh, Dad. What have you done? I can't believe that. I can't believe that you went home last night and told to your dad that we were being mean to you. I didn't. Not on purpose. Tell that to our parents. Tell that to our parents. Your dad called them. Your dad called them. Your dad called them, and now thanks to you, we are all grounded. I'm so sorry. We need some space. That is so funny. That is so funny. The Silver twins. The Silver twins. The Silver twins. If she's sitting with them, she must be really mad. She must be really mad. Hi, can I join you? Sure. What's your name? Marianne. Marianne, nice to meet you, Marianne. I'm Doc. I just moved here from LA. 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 I know. I wish the stereotypes. I wish the stereotypes weren't true, but we do it differently. But we do it differently out there. You don't say much, do you? You don't say much, do you? What brings you to Stony Brook? What brings you to Stony Brook? Good question. My parents finally got divorced. My parents finally got divorced. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. My dad is gay. My dad is gay, which they both always knew on some level, which they both always knew, which they both always knew on some level, but were trapped in such a cycle of codependency, you know? Yeah, totally. Anyways, my mom grew up here. Anyways, my mom grew up. Here, and felt spiritual, and felt a spiritual pull to reconnected pull, and felt a spiritual pull to reconnect to her roots during the healing process. During the healing process, but also she barely knows. But also she barely knows how to use a washing machine. How to use a washing machine. So I didn't want her to move up here alone. I know. I wish the stereotypes. I know. I wish the stereotypes weren't true. I know. I wish the stereotypes weren't true, but we do it differently out there. But we do it differently out there. You can't say. You don't say much, do you? You don't say much, do you? What brings you to Stony Brook? Good question. My parents finally got divorced. It's no big deal. My dad is gay, which they both always knew on some levels, but were trapped in such a cycle of codependency, you know? Yeah, totally. Anyways, my mom grew up here. And felt a spiritual pull to reconnect to her roots during the healing process. But also she barely knows how to use a washing machine. So I didn't want her to move up here alone. What about you? Are you new too? No, all my friends are dead. Kidding. They are absent. You are funny. Dark but funny. They're absent. What about you? Are you new too? No, all my friends are dead. Kidding. Oh, they're absent. You're funny. Dark but funny. Wanna hear a joke? How do you catch a unique rabbit? You sneak up on it. Oh, that has to be the worst joke I've ever heard. I got it from a popsicle stick. I got it from a popsicle stick. I have a whole box at home. Of of popsicles, not just the sticks of popsicles, not just the sticks. You could come over if you wanted to. You could come over if you wanted to, like later today, like later today if you want. Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to. I couldn't believe how fast Dawn said yes. I couldn't believe how fast. I couldn't believe how fast Dawn said yes. Dawn said yes to hang out with me. To hang out with me. She must have really been lonely. She must have really been lonely. Wanna hear a joke? Wanna hear a joke? How do you catch a unique rabbit? You nick up on it. Oh, that has to be the worst joke I've ever heard. Oh, that has to be the worst joke I've ever heard. I got it from a PepsiCo stick. I have a whole box at home. I have a whole box at home. Of PepsiCos. Not just the sticks. Not just the sticks. You could come over if you wanted to, like later today if you want. Yeah. I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to. I couldn't believe how fast Dawn said yes. I couldn't believe how fast Dawn said yes to hang out with me. She must have really been lonely. She must have really been lonely. She must have really been lonely. But first, I had to babysit for Bailey Delvkill. But first, I had to babysit for Bailey Delvkill. This was the job that destroyed all my friendships. But I vowed not to let my personal tragedy interfere with my ability to do good care. But I vowed not to let my personal strategy interfere with my ability to do good care. But first, I had to babysit for Bailey Delvkill. This was the job that destroyed all my friendships. But I vowed not to let my personal strategy. But I vowed not to let my personal tragedy. But I vowed not to let my personal tragedy interfere with my ability to do good care. Interfere with my ability to do good care. Pinkies out. Pinkies out. We must show the new Royal Highness. How to comport oneself. Shouldn't we, my queen? Shouldn't we, my queen? I'm the princess, not the queen. The queen wears dresses. The queen wears dresses that look like boxes. I stand corrected. Now, ship. Oops, Marianne. Splendid, Your Highness. You've given us the perfect reason to pick out a new dress. You've given us the perfect reason to go pick out a new dress. Well, this won't do. This won't do. Where are your clothes, Princess Bailey? Well, this won't do. This won't do. Where are your clothes, Princess Bailey? Those are my old clothes. Those are my old clothes. Over here are my new clothes. This one's very, very beautiful. Oh, this one's my favorite. Well, this one's my favorite. Mommy, Princess, you having a good time? You having a good time? Mommy, princess, you having a good time? I'm sorry. Were we too loud? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Were we too loud? I'm sorry. Were we too loud? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I'm just glad you two are getting along so well. I'm just glad you two are getting along so well. Mommy, look what Mary Ann showed me. Mommy, look what Mary Ann showed me. Wow. That's when I understood. That's when I understood. That's when I understood. Bailey was a little girl, and her new clothes helped people see that. Bailey was a little girl. And her new clothes helped people see that. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. Are you right-handed or left-handed? Right. And you've known this since you were little. Pretty much. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. Are you right-handed or left-handed? Right. And you've known this since you were little. And you've known this since you were little. Pretty much. And if someone tried to make you do everything with your left hand, it would be super weird, right? If I tried to use scissors, I'd definitely stab myself. Well, that's how Bailey feels. Well, that's how Bailey feels. The same way that that's how Bailey feels. The same way that you know that you are right-handed. The same way that you know that you are right-handed. Bailey knows she's a girl. Bailey knows she's a girl, and we all want our outside. And we all want our outside to match our inside, right? Yeah, and it's rad to have parents and a babysitter who get it. Yeah, and it's rad to have parents and it's rad to have parents and a babysitter who get it. She's really lucky. You seem to know a lot about this stuff. You seem to know a lot about this stuff. Well, I'm from California. Well, I'm from California.
Millionaire shortbread. Big
Like
salad.
that. And what's on the way down? Donuts?
White Cobra.
What's that?
White Cobra. It's like a white loaf. It's like a circle. It's got like a cross on the top.
Okay, and that's going down. And what about donuts?
Oh, donuts are good.
Yeah.
I work in a bakery.
Excuse me? Yes. Hey, sorry to bother you. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions for a social media post?
Yes. About 52 years old. I think that ain't your mama over there. I think that's your little sister. That's who I think it is. But whole family crazy. Now listen to me. Now come on and pray for me. Okay, I'm done. Yes, I'm done. About 52 years old. I think that ain't your mama over there. I think that's your little sister. That's who I think it is. But whole family crazy. Now listen to me. Now come on and pray for me. Yes.
Hi, what's your name? How old are you? And where do you live? Where are your parents from? Memphis. What do you like to eat?
Hello, Mr. Harvey. How you doing?
Yes, sir. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I have for you today a proclamation. And this proclamation reads the first paragraph. On behalf of the people of Cleveland, I'm honored to offer this proclamation designating January 17, 2015 as Steve Harvey Day in recognition of your 58th birthday and the ceremonial rededication of a portion of East 112th Street as Steve Harvey Way in the city of Cleveland. Behind me is a sign, and I want you to take a look at this sign as they pull the cord. Can you see this?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Here we go. Hello, Mr. Harvey.
We got the wrong pizza. I need you to take the pizza back.
I'll take home my kids.
Yeah, take it home. Yeah, that'd be great. Take it home to your kids, and that's great. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
You serious?
You gotta tip the pizza guy. Hey, cheers, man.
이런 사람이랑
I want to play the dumpling game. Okay, 6. 13. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, 24. 96.
192.
384. 1,536.
2.
I want
왜 전화했어? 어. 전화 버렸던데.
And if someone tried to make you do everything with your left hand, and if someone tried to make you do everything, and if someone tried to make you do everything with your left hand, it would be super weird, right? If I tried to use scissors, I'd definitely stab myself. I'd definitely stab myself. Well, that's how Bailey feels. The same way that you know that you are right-handed. Bailey knows she's a girl, and we all want our outsides to match our inside, right? Yeah, and it's rare to have parents and a babysitter who get it. She's really lucky. You seem to know a lot about this stuff. Well, I'm from California. I realized in that moment that I never made a new friend without Christy before, and right in the nick of time. Because if the club meeting the next day was any sign, I may have lost all my friends for good. Hello, Babysitters Club. This is President Christy Thomas speaking. Oh, hi, Mrs. Delphine. This is Sunday. Nice. Matinee. Nice. A matinee in the city. 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 I see who's available. Right. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to. After all, Marianne is the best. Thank you. So, special requests for Marianne are standard now. None of us are allowed to leave the house this week, remember? Except for club meetings. They were still mad at me. Maybe they deserved to be. But at least I got to hang out that weekend with my new friend Dawn. Sorry, I have to work on sounding less obsessed. I have to work on sounding less obsessed. She invited me to come with her and her mom to some kind of all-female cookout her Aunt Esme was hosting. Right, I'm sure she'd be more than happy to. After all, Marianne is the best. Thank you. So special requests for Marianne are standard now. None of us are allowed to leave the house this week, remember? Except for club meetings. They were still mad at me. Maybe they deserved to be, but at least I got to hang out that weekend with my new friend Dawn. Sorry, I have to work on sounding less obsessed. She invited me to come with her and her mom to some kind of all-female cookout her Aunt Esme was hosting. She is a little on the zany side. But she throws a great gathering. As long as you are not bothered by a little light neo-shamanism. Oh shoot, Dawn, did we remember the says? You are perfect. Just a little more left brand than you. That's all. Just a little more left brand. Just a little more left brand than you. That's all. I'm sure that's exactly what you call it when you're talking to your therapist too. She is a little on the zany side, but she throws a great gathering. As long as you are not bothered by a little light. As long as you are not bothered by a little light neo-shamanism. Oh shoot, Dawn, did we remember the sage? You are perfect. Just a little more left brain than you, that's all. I'm sure that's exactly what you call it when you talk to your therapist too. At last, our goddesses of honor, our goddess. At last, our goddesses of honor. At last, our goddesses of honor. Would I have killed you? Would it have killed you to be on time? Would it have killed you? Would it have killed you to be on time for your own welcome ritual? For your own welcome ritual. For your own welcome ritual. At last, our goddesses. At last, our goddesses of honor. Would it have killed you? Would it have killed you to be on time for your own welcome ritual? For your own welcome ritual. Hi, Esme. Your aunt is Morbida Destiny. Your aunt is Morbida Destiny. What? That's what the little girl next door calls her. That's what the little girl next door calls her. Esme wishes that was her witch name. Esme wishes that was her witch name. So she is a witch. Yes. More like a spiritual healer. More like a spiritual healer. Ladies, our tarot card reader. Ladies, our tarot card reader has a heart out in 45 minutes. Come on, let's do this. Come on, let's do this thing. Come on, let's do this thing. Join hands, Moon Sisters. Gather around the decorative stump. Decorative stump. Gather around the decorative stump. As you all know, there is a new moon in Scorpio this month. There's a new moon. There's a new moon in Scorpio. There's a new moon in Scorpio this month. So many of us may be feeling a great deal. So many of us may be feeling a great deal of upheaval this week. Great deal of upheaval this week. Ladies, our tarot card reader. Ladies, our tarot card reader has a heart out in 45 minutes. Come on, let's do this thing. Join hands, Moon Sisters. Gather around the decorative stump. As you all know, there's a new moon in Scorpio this month. So many of us may be feeling a great deal of upheaval this week. So come forward. Share in this time of great transition. The universe is listening. So come forward. Share in this time of great transition. Share in this time of great transition. The universe is listening. I want to go first. I want to go first. Oh, my darling Dawn, come. The talking stick is yours. The talking stick is yours. I just want to say thanks to my Aunt Esme. I just want to say thanks to my Aunt Esme. I just want to say thanks to my Aunt Esme and to all of you and to all of you for welcoming us. And to all of you for welcoming us. Moving across the country is about moving across the country is about as big. Moving across the country is about as big a chance. Moving across the country is about as big a chance as you can make. Moving across the country is moving across the country is moving across the country. Moving across the country is about as big a change. Moving across the country is about as big a change as you can make. I feel you there. I feel you there. Last week, my ex-husband was trying to tell me, it's not about you right now, Barb. It's not about you right now, Barb. It's not about you. It's not about you right now, Barb. But there's great things about change too. Like my new friend who I brought with me today, Marianne. Welcome, Marianne. Come share with us. Oh no, public speaking, another recurring nightmare. Another recurring nightmare. Go on, don't be shy. Bare your soul. Bare your soul. Let us in. Bare my soul. Let them in. I wasn't that I didn't want to. It wasn't that I didn't want to. I can't. I'm sorry, Marianne. Now that is a Scorpio, if I ever saw one. Now that is a Scorpio. If I ever saw one. But there's great thing about change too. But there's great things about change too. But there's great things about change too. Like my new friend, who I brought with me today. Marianne. Welcome, Marianne. Come share with us. Oh no, public speaking, another recurring nightmare. Go on, don't be shy. Bare your soul, let us in. Bare my soul, let them in. It wasn't that I didn't want to. I can't. I'm sorry, Marianne. Now that is a Scorpio. If I ever saw one. Marianne, wait. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, I'm so shy. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, I'm so shy. I'm sorry, I'm not cool and funny. And I'm sorry, I'm so scared of everyone and everything. And I'm sorry. I can't even stop saying I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. I mean, a new moon ceremony is not everyone's cup of tea. But didn't I embarrass you? Don't you think I'm a pathetic crybaby who's constantly making making a total fool of herself? No, I think you were understandably freaked out, but it doesn't really matter what I think. If you believe you are a pathetic crybaby, well, who am I to tell you otherwise? Sometimes I felt strong and fearless. Come on, we don't have to go back there. We can go sit over there. We can talk. And other times, I felt like a little baby. And other times, I felt like a little baby. We could play Uno. Okay, yeah. I mean, a new moon ceremony is not everyone's cup of tea. But didn't I embarrass you? Don't you think I'm a pathetic crybaby who's constantly making a little fool of herself? No, I think you were understandably freaked out. But it doesn't really matter what I think. If you believe you are a pathetic crybaby, well, who am I? Well, who am I to tell you otherwise? Sometimes I felt strong and fearless. Come on, we don't have to go back there. We can go sit over there. We can talk. And otherwise, I felt like a little baby. We could play Uno. I wish I had someone. I wish I had someone to talk about this stuff. Someone who would understand. I want my mommy. Exactly. I wish I had someone to talk to about this stuff. Someone who would understand. I want my mommy. Exactly. Exactly. She'll be back in a couple of hours. We can act out the royal wedding at least 5 times before then. My head hurts. Oh no. Bailey was burning up. Oh no. Bailey was burning up. Francine, you are probably not picking up before my fair lady has a long first act, but Bailey has the fever. It's 104 degrees. I don't know what to do. Call me back as soon as you get this. I thought about calling the other members. I thought about calling the other members of the Babysitters Club, but they were probably still too mad at me to answer. I called my dad, but he didn't answer either. There wasn't anyone else coming who saved the day. There was only me. Hello, 911. I have an emergency. I was terrified, but looking at Bailey's face, I knew I had to be brave. Hey, ready? Fish Jason. Okay, took a while. But we finally find a file for a Bailey Dovkill. Okay, took a while. Okay, took a while. But we finally found a file for a Bailey Dovkill. It's 32 Burn Hill Road, still the current address. Yeah. Have you been giving him fluids? Have you been giving him fluids? If he's dehydrated, we'll need to place an IV. Have him change into this. Have him change into this. I don't want the blue one. Oh well. I hear someone's not feeling well. Oh well. Let's take a look at the little man. Let's take a look at the little man. Can I speak? Can I please talk to you two outside? Can I please talk to you two outside? Okay.